Competitive firm earn profits in the short run. A firm will attain equilibrium position, and in the same time it may earn supernormal profits, normal profits, or losses depending upon its cost condition. Following are the three possibilities. Supernormal profits. There is a difference between normal profits and supernormal profits. When the average revenue of a firm is just equal to the average total cost, a firm earns normal profit or zero economic profits. It is to be noted that here a normal percentage of profit to the entrepreneur for his marginal services is already included in the cost of production. When a firm earns supernormal profit, its average revenue are more than its average total cost. Thus, in addition to normal rate of profit, the firm earns some additional profit. The following examples will make the above concepts clear. Suppose the cost of producing 1000 units of a product by a firm is rupees 15,000. The entrepreneur has invested rupees 50,000 in the business, and the normal rate of return in the market is 10%. That is the cost of self-owned factor. Capital used in the business or implicit cost is rupees 5,000. The entrepreneur would have earned rupees 5,000, that is 10% of rupees 50,000, if he had invested it elsewhere. Thus, total cost production is rupees 20,000, rupees 15,000 plus rupees 5,000. If the firm is selling the product at rupees 20, it is earning normal profits because AR rupees 20 is equal to ATC rupees 20. If the firm is selling the product at rupees 22 per unit, its AR rupees 22 is greater than its ATC, average total cost rupees 20, and it is earning normal profit at the rate of rupees 2 per unit. Figure 18, short run equilibrium, supernormal profits of a competitive firm. Figure 18 shows the revenue and cost curves of a firm which earns supernormal profit in the short run. Marginal MR, marginal revenue curve, is a horizontal line, and MC, marginal cost curve, is U-shaped curve which cuts the MR curve at E. The firm is in equilibrium at point E, where marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. OQ is the equilibrium point, is the equilibrium output for the firm. At this level of output, the average revenue of price per unit is EQ and average total cost is BQ. The firm's profit per unit is EB, that is AR minus ATC. Total profits are ABEP, EB into EQ. OQ is equal to AB. Applying the principle total profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost, we find that total profit by finding the difference between OPEQ and OABQ, which is equal to ABEP, normal profits. When the firm just meets its average cost, it earns normal profit. Here, average revenue is equal to average total cost. Figure 19, short run equilibrium of a competitive firm, normal profits. The figure shows that MR is equal to MC at E. The equilibrium output is OQ. At this level of output, price or average revenue curves full cost ATC. Since AR is equal to ATC or OP is equal to UQ, the firm is just earning normal profits. Applying TR minus TC, we find that total revenue minus total cost is equal to 0, or there is zero economic profit losses. The firm can be in equilibrium position and still makes losses. This is the situation when the firm is minimizing losses. For all prices above the minimum point on the average variable cost curve, the firm will stay open and will produce the level of output at which marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. When the firm is able to meet its variable cost and a part of fixed cost, it will try to continue production in the short run. If it covers a part of the fixed cost, it will be benefited for it to continue production, because fixed cost such as cost towards plant and machinery, building, etc. are already incurred, and in such case it will be able to recover a part of them. But if a firm is unable to meet its average variable cost, it will be better for it to shut down. This shutdown may be temporary. When the market price rises, the firm resumes production. Figure 20, shows short-run equilibrium of a competitive firm. Losses in figure 20 is the equilibrium point, and this point AR is equal to EQ and ATC is equal to BQ. Since BQ is greater than EQ, the firm is having per unit loss equal to BE and the total loss is ABEP. Long run equilibrium of a competitive firm. In the short run, one or more of the firm's inputs are fixed. In the long run, firms can alter the scale of operation or quit the industry, and a new firm can enter the industry. In a market with entry and exit, a firm enters when it believes that it can earn a positive long run profit and exits when it faces the possibility of a long run loss. Firms are in equilibrium in the long run when they have adjusted their plant so as to produce point at minimum point of their long run average total cost curves, which is tangent to the demand curve defined by the market price. In the long run, the firm will be earning just normal profits, which are included in the average total cost. If they are making supernormal profits in the short run, new firms will be attracted into the industry. This will lead to a fall in price, a downward shift in the individual demand curve, and an upward shift of the cost curves due to increase in the prices of factors as the industry expands. These changes will continue until the ATC is tangent to the demand curve. If the firm makes losses in the short run, they will leave the industry in the long run. This will raise the price and cost may fall as the industry contracts until the remaining firms in the industry cover their total cost inclusive of normal rate of profits. In figure 21, we show how firms adjust to their long run equilibrium position. As in the short run, the firm faces a horizontal demand curve. If the price is OP, the firm is making supernormal profits, working with the plant whose cost is denoted by SAC1. If the firm believes that the market price will remain at OP, it will have incentive to build a new capacity and it will move along its LAC. At the same time, new firms will be entering in the industry. Will be entering the industry attracted by the excess profit. As the quantity supplied in the market increase, the supply curve in the market will shift to the right and price will fall until it reaches the level OP1 at which the firms and the industry are in long run equilibrium. Figure 21, long run equilibrium of the firm in a perfectly competitive market. The condition for the long run equilibrium of the firm is that the marginal cost should be equal to the price and the long run average cost, that is LMC, is equal to LAC is equal to P. The firm adjusts its plant size so as to produce that level of output at which the LAC is the minimum possible. At equilibrium, the short run marginal cost is equal to the long run marginal cost and the short run average cost is equal to the long run average cost. Thus, in the long run, we have SMC is equal to LMC is equal to SAC is equal to LAC is equal to P is equal to MR. This implies that the minimum point of the LAC, the corresponding short run plant is worked at its optimal capacity so that the minima of the LAC and SAC coincide. On the other hand, the LMC cuts the LAC at its minimum point and the SMC cuts the SAC at its minimum point. And thus, at the minimum point of the LAC, the above equality is achieved. Long run equilibrium of the industry. A long run competitive equilibrium of a perfectly competitive industry occurs when three conditions hold. All firms of the industry are in equilibrium, that is, all firms are maximizing profits. No firm has an incentive either to enter or exit the industry because all firms are earning zero economic profit or normal profit. The price of the product is such that the quantity supplied by the industry is equal to the quantity demanded by the consumer. Figure 22, long run equilibrium of a competitive industry and its firms. Figure 22 shows that in the long run, A AR is equal to MR is equal to LAC is equal to LMC at even. In the long run, each firm attains the plant size and output level at which its cost per unit is as low as possible. Since even is the minimum point of LAC curve, the firm produces equilibrium output OM at the minimum optimum cost. A firm producing output at optimum cost is called an optimum firm. In the long run, all firms under perfect competition are optimum firms having optimum size, and these firms charge minimum possible price which just covers their marginal cost. Thus, in the long run, under perfect competition, the market mechanism leads to optimal allocation of resources. The optimality is shown by the following outcomes associated with the long run equilibrium of the industry. A. The output is produced at the minimum feasible cost. B. Consumers pay the minimum possible price which just covers the marginal cost, that is marginal cost is equal to average cost. C. Plant are used to full capacity in the long run so that there is no wastage of resources, that is MC is equal to AC. D. Firms are normal profits, that is AC is equal to AR. E. Firms maximize profits, that is MC is equal to MR, but the level of profits will be just normal. If there is an optimum number of firms in the industry, in other words, in the long run, LAR is equal to LMR is equal to P is equal to LMC is equal to LAC, and there will be optimum allocation of resources. It should be remembered that the perfectly competitive market system is a myth. This is because the assumption on which this system is based are never found in the real world market conditions. Monopoly. The word monopoly means alone to sell. Monopoly is a situation in which there is a single seller of a product which has no close substitute. Pure monopoly is never found in practice. However, in public utilities such as transport, water, and electricity, we generally find a monopoly form of market. Features of monopoly market. The following are the major features of the monopoly market. First, single seller of the product. In a monopoly market, there is only one firm producing or supplying a product. This single firm constitutes the industry, and as such, there is no distinction between firm and industry in a monopolistic market. Monopoly is characterized by an absence of competition. Barriers. Second, barriers to entry. In a monopolistic market, there are strong barriers to entry. The barriers to entry could be economic, institutional, legal, or artificial. Third, no close substitute. A monopoly firm has full control over the market supply of a product or service. A monopolist is a price maker and not a price taker. The monopolist generally sells a product which has no close substitutes. In such a case, the cross elasticity of demand for the monopolist product and any other product is zero or very small. The price elasticity of demand for monopolist product is also less than 1. As a result, the monopolist face a steep downward sloping demand curve. Fourth, market power. A monopoly firm has market power, that is, it has the ability to charge a price above marginal cost and earn a positive profit. While to some extent all goods are substitute for one another, there may be essential characteristics in a good or group of goods which give rise to gaps in the chain of substitution. If one producer can so exclude competition that he controls the supply of a good, he can be said to be the monopolist. A single seller